Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in Eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Welcome one and all to Chapter 3, Builders of a Legacy. And we're immediately starting with a pop-up. You're officially a Blade now. Congrats! Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including the shop terminal, the AM terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Fast travel! Wish you could zip straight back to a place you visited? Absolutely. That's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks, as well as any Frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Ooh, more still. This one from Lynn. Arms manufacturers, or AMs, support us from the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear, and by utilizing their services. We can support them too. Head to the AM terminal in Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. And it's still going, missions. It wouldn't be an RPG without side missions. These comprise duties and requests received directly from the concerned parties or via mission control, the big monitor at the front with Eleonora next to it. They're divided into 4 categories and provide rewards and affinity when completed. We've already seen story missions, we've done a few of those already. These are selected from the main barracks now. Then there's affinity missions, which are orange. We've not encountered any of those yet. There's normal missions and basic missions, and we'll get to those once I head outside. Oh boy, and there's more still. Blade reports. Blade reports are a communication tool that residents of Mira use to share useful information they come across. When you visit a segment for which you haven't completed the recon yet, you can receive a report. And if you do, check your position on the segment view of the map screen to confirm the segment recon objective, and do your best to solve it. Finally! We're free. Let's go chat to Vandam.
Thanks.
I don't get it. Nelson's team was full of talented blades, and they were even outfitted with a skell. Make sure you're well prepared before you go. Your destination's in the eastern part of Primordia. Okay. I think the instructions are crystal clear. We've got a nice little order of things to do things in, thanks to all those tutorial prompts. Let's follow up on a few of them, shall we? Starting with Eleonora at the front.
Yes?
Now that we're a Blade,
Be careful.
you can tell us a bit more about this place. We are indeed already being sent out to track down Nelson's missing team. Thomas at the gate mentioned about them as well. You remember Thomas when we left Eastgate? He was the Blade we spoke to, the Interceptor. Yeah, he seems to. Or at the very least, he had a lot of money riding on that bet. Oh, really, does he? He is commander. We're kind of unproven. Elmer must have really put in a good word for us. So they were in the southeast. We were in the east, so we are probably already heading back in the same way. Thank you, Eleonora, for the best of luck. If you're willing to pursue multiple missions at the same time, take a look at mission control before heading out. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because while we're in Primordia, we may as well tick off a couple of these. These are where you find basic missions on this mission control console. They come in... Oh, how many categories have we got here? Gathering, bounty, and social. Gathering, we want to accept all of these. These all request us to collect materials in Primordia, either by gathering them from the twinkling dots around the map, or by getting materials from enemies, like this one, Suid Sirloin. We need the Suid Fillet to complete this one. The other interesting one is Moranium. We'll get into that once I've accepted all of these. These Moranium requests as well. These are asking us to give units of Moranium to particular NPCs throughout New LA. I'm going to accept these as well, even though we don't have any Moranium yet. That will be what we're doing first. Setting up a Moranium supply, because we planted a probe in Primordia in Chapter 2, but it's not doing anything right now. It's just an active site. Okay, we are getting 250 mining, but we can get a significant amount more if we put a mining probe G1 down here. For 1,000 credits, we can increase our mining total of Moranium by 250. Frontier Nav is a way of receiving Moranium, revenue, and later down the line, certain combat buffs. Before I head out for Eastgate, let's also chat to Sirona. Oh! Ooh! You're a daytime only NPC, never mind. I guess I'll chat to you later. Instead, what I want to do is go to the shop terminal. Let's pick up a titanium knife 2 so that we can work towards completing that basic mission. Oh! Oh! Okay. Never mind. Titanium knife 2 requires you to be level 10. I guess I'm not doing that one just yet. Well, I'll de-accept that mission in just a moment. Well, so much for that. We've got gathering, it's fine. Another thing I want to check out before we head out is right now everyone in our party is using weapons that deal physical attribute damage. Me, Elmer, Lynn, we're all using physical weaponry. I would like to change that. We can't do it with melee weapons, unfortunately, because all of Elmer's options are physical, but her dual guns, we can give her Storm Gemmels. These deal beam damage. We are trading off a little bit of damage from this, but we are gaining a different attribute, and I'll explain once we've equipped all of these why I want to do this. Do we have any knives that have any other element? No, we're all physical. Iron knife, melee attack, melee beam res down. Ooh, that's really good actually. Let's equip the Riv. Let's go to the assault rifles. We can equip an Avagar for us, or Avager. Purchase and equip that. We've got some beam damage on us. And finally on Lynn, your shield, both physical. You've got the Pave. The Pave's good. Melee TP gain up, that's good. On the Gatling gun side, you've got the Storm Machine. This one gives ranged attack up. It's pretty good. Ranged attack up's nice, but let's go for beam damage on that as well. I will explain now why moving from physical to beam is so important, and for this, I'll need to go into Intel and go to the enemy index. This feature that I've not shown you yet. I will just sort these by category, just to let you know. Ooh. Yeah, those new animations and those sound effects are new. All Terroids have got that resistance spread that you're seeing there. A 25 weakness to ether and a 50 weakness to thermal. You can see as I go down the list, it's true across the board, except for when the enemy is airborne, like these Vespers, in which case they've also got a gravity weakness. Insectoids, like Blatters, Forthexes, Adseculars, and indeed Volcanth, the Sinicular, they've all got 40 to 20 to 35. They've got physical resistance of some kind. Anytime we're facing an insectoid with physical weaponry, we're doing not as much damage as we could be doing. But by giving us all beam weaponry, you see there is nothing on here that is that resists beam except for Volcanth, who all tyrants have got an extra 5 resistance in every category. That's the rule of thumb across all the tyrants in the game. Regular enemies, however, all the same. You can see as well, insectoids, they've also got ether and thermal resistance. They are not as weak to fire as Terroids, though. But that's the reason why I've equipped beam. Ooh, additionally, if we jump back to Starfall Basin... Oh my god. Oh, okay. Ooh, maybe I don't want this, actually. There are some high-level blatters hanging around here. We have to be careful, actually. Let's sneak on through. Oh, no. Okay. If I change the time, do they disappear? Yes, they do. Okay, we're in the clear. In Starfall Basin, completely unbeknownst to us, there was a Frontier Nav site. Frontier Nav Site 102, and we can install a data probe here as well. Takes a while, that one. That's opened up a small handful of hexes. Production C, revenue F. We don't want a research probe there then. B, combat support. Combat support's not going to be useful to, relevant to us because we don't have any probes that provide combat support. Production is mining, revenue is research. You can see how the additives come up there. Let's put a mining probe G1 down here as well. It'll just bolster our mining total a little bit more. I'm kind of curious actually. Segments. Not known actually. Not known what recon that is. In any case. That's another probe installed. That's a little bit more uranium coming in. The other thing I'm going to do is let's cancel. Can we just cancel it from the mission menu? Basic mission. Arms test is wanted. Cancel the tracking. Can I actually... Okay, I can't dequip it. I guess it's just going to stay there for now. Clandestine operation. Let's set Suid Sweep as the objective and see where that takes us. Okay. You know what? We can hop over to Westgate Plain and maybe polish that off now. Unless they're on the path to Chapter 3. Are they still on Chapter 3? Doesn't look like it. There are a lot scattered around here, however. Oh, there they are. Okay. A brass feminisuid. This works. Ooh, it's been a hot minute since I've done any combat. Oh, there it is! Beam resistance down. Already. Obviously, because these are theroids, physical damage is just as effective on them, but it just means that you're likely going to be running into both insectoids and theroids out in the field, so having physical weaponry would mean that those insects, you would just do less damage to them. They wouldn't be as easily killed. Let's kill another one. Let me just check. Do I also have my soul voices set as I think? Party, soul voices... Yeah, we've still got the TP per hit. Okay. And... Opening art. Soul challenge. Melee beam. There it goes.
All this experience just serves to make me strong.
We got a level up from that. And we're getting Suid materials. That's nice. Ooh, we need a Suid fillet from these, don't we? As well. I mentioned how we're not going to be using a knife fairly soon. That is because soon we're going to have the option to change our class. Once we max out the Drifter, we're going to be able to change class to something else. Not dropping any fillets.
Victory is ours.
Let's keep it up.
An advanced Storm Assault. Ooh. 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 That's not bad, actually. In instances like this, where you get something like Physical Attack Plus, it might actually be worth it to stick with the physical weaponry. Let's just check, actually. How much extra does that Physical Attack Plus give us? ZL for additional effects. Boost physical damage by 10%. It's not that big of an increase on ranged weaponry, unfortunately.
It didn't have to
Whoop.
be like this.
We've got an angry little Suid on us.
Give me some cover fire.
Early bird. I'm in the zone. Shadow.
Look how much TP Lynn gets by responding to that soul voice.
Put some power.
She was able to use Wild Down immediately after.
Game and set.
Basically, whichever party member responds to that are guaranteed to be able to use a TP art. What was the hunt for brass Suids in Primordia? Oh, hang on. Have I been misreading it? Okay. Now I understand. Now I understand. These dark blue ones are non-priority objectives. So these are to do with finding a Suid fillet. These ones that are highlighted in blue are the actual objective. Whoops. Oh. Well, that was dumb. Oh, do I stick around in here? No, I don't think I do. I'm going to save my progress and I'll meet you back on Eastgate Plain. Sorry for wasting your time. Let's just get rid of that arms test as wanted, because we're not going to be able to do that. We'll keep these. We'll keep these. We'll keep these, but let's go. Let's go. There are two people I want to speak to before I want to head out. First is Trevor, because his dialogue has changed since becoming a blade. Well, he signed me up on the spot after a bit of reluctance. No, I'd say Nagi's got more gumption than me. I mean, I also hemmed and hawed, just asked the secretary. Keeping my backbone handy. Yes, it's with me right now. It's still pretty flexible. Oh, he has expectations as well. Wonderful. Also, now that it's daytime again, Sirona's out. I want to chat to her as well. Because she has got an affinity link with the lady at the front desk. She's talking about Talon Rock. Nagging us to go out there and do a survey. It does seem like a pretty impressive feature. How you could even scale it, I don't know. Oh boy. So, you've really got no choice. May have the face of an angel, but she's doing the devil's work in that receptionist guise. You will see about that. We're not going to do that normal mission for now. For the time being... Oh, the Blade Report's even saying about the quest over there. For the time being, I just want to go for the story mission, and in fact... It's not as our active mission in there at the moment, is it? Track in the navigation panel, please. And let's also save us a bit of time here. Let's fast travel back to Frontier Nav Site 116 and start from there. Welcome back to Primordia. That's the rock formation Sirona's talking about. That enormous, overarching rock that does look like a bird's talon. And around here we've also got Grexes for the first time since the prologue. Be wary of these spiked detection type. What that means is that if you draw its ire, it will draw the ire of its friends as well. And in fact, there was a bonus episode I did where that happened to me and it resulted in my first KO. You can see the Simiuses that were littering the track here are gone. And instead, you can see a few hanging around up on that rock. Can we get close enough to see their level? Can we fight them? Level 25! Rock Simius, definitely not. On the plane as well, here, just Orvis everywhere. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 11, just in this pasture here. I'm not going to bother with any of you. I feel like you're all docile and cuddly. I'm not going to hurt you. And also, ooh, looky here. You see how this one's got an exclamation mark above it? That means this gathering point represents it's a cran jelly, which we need for the basic mission. And I'm going to use that actually to segue. That Grex looks like it's having trouble marking its territory. There is one other important part of this game to talk about, the Collectopedia. Returning from other Xenoblades, this is its own encyclopedia of various gatherables. Veggies, fruits, flora, fauna, insects, natural artifacts, wreckage, relics, xenotech, and curios. Very reminiscent of Xenoblade 1's Collectopedia, and much like Xenoblade 1's Collectopedia, if you complete a row of one of these, you get extra rewards. Let's try filling in one now with just what we've got. We've got this cran jelly. We'll take one. It's giving us a warning here if we want to remove it from this inventory because it's needed for a mission in progress. Let's just register it anyway. We get an achievement. This cran jelly, we also get the portrait of it in the top right. It's transparent skin encases a jelly-like granulated fruit. The juice may be sweet, but it is extremely sticky and a real chore to clean. Handle with care. The next one is a rock orange, and this one, ooh, is a lucky panel. Sometimes in this Collectopedia you get battle points from filling them in. This rock orange, easily mistaken for a rock, it does look like a rock, has a soft and sumptuous taste, hard to look at, visually unappealing, to be expected. Strawlenny, looks like a burdock, tastes like a strawberry. The other thing about these is they're all named by various curators. And that becomes especially clear with the Curios one, but we haven't got any Curios yet. Oh, hang on. Fruits is row number 2. Let's fill in the lazy potato on the top. Teardrop-shaped potato, extremely bitter. Unsuited for direct juice, good for protein and processed foods. And this one, this beautiful dark apple, starlight apple. You cut it open and it looks like stars, like a nebula in the inside. Sparkles like a star. But also finds itself primed to go supernova. Removing the seed core. So it's an explosive apple, is that what you're saying? Sweet Nerine for the flowers. Blooms only for a single moment before shying away come nightfall. Truly magnificent for those lucky enough to witness it. That's a reference to a character in Xenoblade 1, an NPC. Zesian fleawort. A grass that regenerates when it's cut. A gardener's heaven. Gardeners will never be out of a job. Each piece will grow into more grass, making incineration the only proven method of disposal. Wonderful. This one's a lucky panel. More battle points. A golden sardine, a type of fauna. An excitable golden fish, often seen leaping through the water. Tastes much like a regular earth sardine. In insects, another lucky panel, we've got a ball mosquito. Looks like a small rubber ball, is in fact a mosquito covered in hairs. Oh, hair-covered mouth. Oh god, countless hair-covered mouths. Draw blood from a whole coast. Oh, it's got multiple mouths? Eesh. And then wreckage. This is going to be white whale wreckage. A deflection shield mirror. An L002 fuel tank. And a space analyzer. This one analyzes the atmosphere for microbial life. This one, part of the white whale's propulsion drive. So we're not just finding white whale debris and collecting it for treasure, we're also finding bits of it strewn across the map. Kind of immersive. And this is also a piece of the whale, I believe. Eventually recycled as part of the shield system. And are there any more? No, that's everything. This Collectopedia is basically its own survey rating, and there's one for each region of the planet. And we could also sort them by category. Let's put this Grex out of its misery.
They've seen us.
One thing I'm slightly concerned about, are there any... Is it going to summon any other Grexes? It doesn't look like there are any others nearby. And I didn't open with an R, did I? It's fine. Side attack.
Edge. We're in a good position. Move in. Assault hammer.
Ooh, we get it off.
Flame grenade.
Let's get the blaze.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Concentrate fire on the tail. They've broken the headplate. Look at the... Oh, it's defending.
Shadow strike.
It's actually got defending.
Now, if we can just
I'll
tackle them with
topple.
Look at the head. It's got two eyes.
Upper hand.
And this beautiful silvery covering on its head. Whoops. It's not going to let me show it. And it's got none
is
darkness.
ours.
Nice work.
These Grexes actually do drop materials. Resistance reducer, resist dot bat, resist topple. I don't particularly care for that. Slimy tongue, muddy pelt, jagged Grex tail. Let's take them. Yeah, these Grexes actually do drop materials, whereas the ones in the prologue don't. Let's open with an art this time. You're scrabbling about the earth.
Edge. Give me some cover fire.
Okay, who gets the TP this time? Looks like Lynn does.
Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Put some power.
Stagger from Elma, topple from me, Blaze from Flame Grenade.
Early bird.
Wonderful.
Side slash.
I want to focus on the head because
Do some damage.
Was that Sky Charge that you just did? That one inflicts launch. A new debuff, new ability to debuff. That is slow arts. That lowers the cooldowns on all of our arts. You saw the Lepics had that.
It's sure to work now.
Let's answer the soul voice prompt.
Victory is
Clinched.
Damn, he got him. Let's move.
Oh, hello! New arts for Alma and Lynn, and something new there. A new skill. The first skill we've seen. Potential boost, not worth it. Let's take selected. Let's check out this. Because Elma, that was on Elma, on skills. There we go. Elma has got a skill from her Full Metal Jaguar class. Agile Gunslinger. Boosts evasion by 12% when wielding a ranged weapon. Let's equip that to one of these slots. Elma's got 4. We've got 5 as a drifter. And Lynn has just got the 3. When does she get her first? She gets it next rank. She's going to get Steel Flesh. What about us? Do we have any skills? Nah. Not for us. We cannot take advantage of the Drifter's 5 slots for now. But once we get more classes, and because skills, they are transferable. Transferable skills. They aren't confined to the class they come from. You can equip them on any class you want. And eventually, later down the line, Drifter can be very useful. It's the only class in the game that's got 5 skill slots available to it. Skills, they're like augments on a weapon. They improve, they give you additional effects in battle. This has got... This tile we're on has got a known segment recon, a piece of treasure, alien wreckage. Be on the lookout for treasure then. Ooh.
I think even my cooking got
Oh,
better.
hey! Ooh. Oh god. These detect by sound. And they're a bit above our pay grade. Eee, be careful. However, along the beach over there, do you see that... Do you see that level marker with the decorative print around it? It's another tyrant. Our first tyrant since Volcamp. Our first proper tyrant. We clear out this indigene nest, get some BP. And around these Forfexes here, we've got Torto, the Delectable. It's a very small Forfex. And of course, let's do it. Let's listen to that wonderful music again.
Just to be safe.
It's sure to work now.
Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Slide.
Let's extend the topple. Get the flame grenade off. The melee beam resistance down is coming into effect. You can target the pincers and that can get rid of their slash arts, but personally I target the head. Because the material you get from attacking the head is white Forfex shell for this one, or just, for the regular ones outside it's just red Forfexes, but this one is a different colour. It's hard to tell in the rain, but this one's a pale one, whereas all the Forfexes we've encountered so far have been red. Ooh, we've got quite a few debuffs. Because of the rain, we've actually, our beam damage is reduced. There it's defending. Have we broken its head? Looks like we have. Can we break a pincer as well? Who's got the physical down? I do. Nice. And this looks like a win.
Game and set.
Beautiful. Oh! Achievement unlocked. Expert Drifter. That is... Oh, yes! It's even better. We got a hollow figure as well. Each tyrant, excluding Volcamp, has got the possibility of dropping a hollow figure, which we can display in the barracks. In this case, it's Forfex B. We definitely want that. Oh, I was talking about hollow figures before. I'd like to get all of these. Each tyrant has a unique hollow figure. We definitely want this. Ooh, these are good as well. Potential up 2 for a level 8. We can definitely equip that. Resist stun. That's good for our seculars. I like this. And max TP up 2 as well. This is wonderful call. But more importantly than that, look at that. Rank max on the Drifter. We've completed the Drifter class. And with that, we can now move up in the world. Have I shown you the class tree yet? I don't think I have I? So, from our humble beginnings as a Drifter, we can branch out into 3 different categories, and then from each of those into 2 extra ones for a total of 6 different combat classes. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. We'll talk about these later. You might recognize some of them. The Shield Trooper up here, this is Lynn's. Full Metal Jaguar up here, this is Elmer's. If we want these, we can go for Striker or Commando. But let's have a look at each of these as we go. First of all, up top, we've got the Striker. This one changes our weapon class. We keep the Assault Rifle, so we get to keep Assault Hammer, Flame Grenade, and Infuriate. But our knife is replaced with a new weapon, a Longsword. Choose this route if you want to go in guns blazing. Mixes offensive and defensive arts and provides HP and melee attack bonuses. Well balanced and suited for beginners. Next up, we've got Commando. Choose this route if you want to rack up damage, so damage over time. Focuses on skillful application of damage buffs. You know how Elma, all of her arts are positional based? This works in a similar way, and provides bonuses to melee accuracy, ranged accuracy, and evasion, all useful for survivability. Last but not least, let's talk about Enforcer. Choose this route if you want to provide support from afar. This keeps the knife, but changes out the assault rifle with a new weapon called the Ray Gun. Offers many ranged darts and bonuses to ranged attack and potential. Tricky to master and suited for professionals. Personally, I've played this game twice. I want to go Enforcer. Namely because we get different boosts. Very different boosts. It's the only path that our current party hasn't gone down. By choosing Enforcer, we get a boost to ranged attack and a potential. We get to keep the knife. So we get to keep Recuperate, we get to keep Slit Edge, and we get to keep Chrome Armor. Crucially, the 3, which I consider to be the 3 best arts on the Drifter anyway, and that's carrying over, and instead of Flame Grenade, we've now got Beam Barrage. We lose Assault Hammer, unfortunately, but we do get a very large weapon to replace it. Look at that. Champion. And let's quickly customize our arts as well. We keep all the necessaries. Beam Barrage, much more powerful than Flame Grenade. Natural attribute of Beam, and it deals more damage when used with an aura. It's a good art. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange. Let's take Upper Hand of Elma, because she's got a better art now. Upper Hand, this one, all it does is grant critical power, but Primer grants critical power and also boosts TP. So let's... Am I going to forget how to... There we go. Reorder. Shadow Strike. Sliding Slinger. I'm going to put this next to Stream Edge because Stream Edge deals more damage triggering a ranged combo. So if I use it after using Sliding Slinger, it's going to do more damage. Okay. Oh, that was a lot. Can we avoid detection by this Vortex? I think we can. There we go. And up ahead, oh, I did see an item. I saw an item very briefly, but it looks like it's has it despawned? Oh, hang on. We've got Suids here. Okay. They're a bit above our pay grade, though. They're level 12. Can we just avoid them? Oh, the rain stopped. These are also above our pay grade. At least for the time being. Over here, however... these are all little. These are all little or femina. If I can find brass ones, we might be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Ooh, up there. These are both exclamations. What are these? A cran jelly? And another cran jelly. And as long as we don't get caught, behind you there's a treasure. A ginormous pile of indigent dung. How lovely. And I see another treasure in the water over there as well. Let's go grab you as well. Janpath Lake. And I see more treasures over there. Can we... Oh, hang on. We can't collect this while swimming, but we can collect this while standing on top of it! That's a great feature. Ooh, there's an augment inside this treasure box. Humanoid criticals up. We've not encountered any humanoid enemies yet. Our first mission complete on basics. Behold the cran jelly. That was really easy, actually. And for that, we get a bargain tank top and some reward money. And it seems like those ones that were on the shore were also cran jellies. Need to be a bit careful here. There's another sound detection enemy there. Okay! And a gigantic version of it. Living up in the tree, up there. Isn't that quite a sight? You know what? If we get a bit closer, let's take a picture. Hey there, Terebra. Where's our objective? Have we veered off course? Or are we still on track? Oh no, we found the path again. We found the path again.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Another level up. As you can see... Ooh. It's another Senicula. A copper Senicula. Level 30. We're seeing more Senicula out in the wild. Oh, I see a minefield up ahead. And a base camp. Let's hurry our way to it. South Janpath Base Camp. And with that, I'm going to leave this episode here. We've traversed a fairway. Here's where we are. This is how far we've come. We've traversed along Cliffside Beach, and now we're going to make our way towards the chapter objective. I'm sorry this one's a bit longer than normal, but I wanted to make sure that you actually had some content and not just tutorials. Alright, I'll catch you guys next episode. Whew, we're finally out there! We're finally out in the world. See you next time.